Can you hear me now? Hello? Oh, good. Thank you. All right, fantastic. Sorry about that, guys. Um, I'm using my husband's computer right now, so a little bit my settings aren't perfect. They normally are. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, everybody. Okay, so let me start again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So hi, my name is Sharon Rice. It's good to see everybody. I am coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm the founder of Crafton Digital Systems. So we're going to talk about Google Business Profile today. And I would love to hear before we start about all of you and where you're from and your businesses. You can always drop it in the chat or just introduce yourself, say hi. Um, yeah, go ahead. Anybody? It's okay if you want to be quiet. I like to hear from people. New Jersey. Okay, what's your business, Jeffrey? Do you go by Jeffrey or Jeff? Anybody else? Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you. Bookkeeping, very nice, very nice. Oh, wow. Omaha healthcare physical therapist assistant. That is very highly specialized. I'm I respect everybody in the medical adjacent industry as well. So very good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Anybody else? Dog groomer. Okay. Wow. That's great. And you're from Palm Beach, I guess, yeah? I see in your username there. All right. Nice. Very good. All right. We did have someone else just join. We were just going over introductions. So if you want to shout out your name and location, that'd be amazing in your business. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started here in a minute with the actual presentation. I just like to talk to people. Okay. Um, I'll go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do, everybody, just so you're aware, I'm going to go ahead and shut my camera off, and that way we can all focus on what's on the screen. And but if you have any questions, I'll be watching the chat, but also, you feel free to just ask your questions as they come if you'd like to. Okay? Everybody enjoy. I'm going to share my screen. Let me get into presentation mode here real quick. Bear with me. I'm on a different computer than usual. Okay. All right. Can everybody see this? Somebody let me know because I had some issues with my microphone earlier. So everybody let me know if you can see this, my screen share, okay? Somebody tell me. Yes, no? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, great. Okay. I'm gonna shut my camera off and we're gonna get started. Okay. Just shout out your questions. Okay. So, as I said, welcome. I'm Sharon Rice from Crafton Digital Systems. You all can hear me, you all can see me. That's great. So over the next however long, usually we're slotted for 60 minutes, but sometimes I talk fast. If I talk too fast, please let me know because I tend to do that. So I'm telling you that up front. Disclaimer. So if I am going too fast, please flag me and tell me to slow down because I do that. So sometimes I finish early because of that. So it may be 60 minutes, it may be 45. We'll see. We'll also leave time for questions as well if anybody has questions. Okay. So, um, So before we start, if you stick with me to the end, um, what we'll do is we'll send you out a couple of these bonuses here. So these are a couple of guidebooks on one, syncing your Bing profile with Google, and two, um, increasing your website traffic. Okay. So, ooh, I got two more people. We're going to admit two more people. Hello, hello. If you're just joining us, we just got started, so we did some introductions, and now we're going through with the presentation. So settle in. We're moving. Okay. So these are the bonuses. If you stay till the end, we're going to send you some cool free information, as well as a guidebook on Google profile management. Um, so the question we get asked a lot is, is this just another local SEO ranking strategy, just another method to rank number one on Google Maps? It is not, okay? It's, obviously the higher ranking, the better, but, you don't have to rank number one, and we'll touch on that later as well, okay? So it's not necessarily about adding more cost to your plate with another marketing expense. It's actually the opposite because I want you to get enough high quality leads from your profile so that you can stop paying for high quality, or I shouldn't say that. I should say high pricing SEO and ad agencies. Okay. And just to be clear, this isn't about juggling 10 different tactics. It's about using one thing really well, which is your Google business profile to stand out from your competition on maps. Oh, you don't want me to record this. Okay. Well, I'm going to send a video recording out, but we won't have a transcription. Okay. Um, so this is just for people that may not make it to the presentation so they can see it. So we will have a recording. Okay. Now, where was I? Okay. So this is about amplifying the marketing that you're already doing. Okay. So PPC, social posts, Facebook, TikTok ads, even offline stuff like billboards, direct mail, flyers, business cards. Your profile makes all of that work harder for you. Okay. When someone hears about you, the first thing they're going to do is look you up on Google. And a strong profile turns that lookup into a call because that's more return on marketing that you're already paying for. It's also how you show up in Google's new AI search. So when someone searches and AI answers for them, oh, okay. Okay, Eileen, thank you. All right. I'll go ahead and, actually, I don't know how to re-enable that now that I turned it off. But regardless, we're good. We'll have the recording. Okay. Thanks, Eileen. All right. So it's also about how you show up in Google's new AI search. When someone searches and AI answers for them, a well-built profile is what lets it point them to you. So those zero-click searches still turn into booked jobs instead of dead ends. Okay. And we'll talk about what zero-click search means. It's also how, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on the next slide. There we go. Okay. So here's why that matters. 95% of customers visit your profile before they reach out to you. So the goal is pretty simple. You take those visitors who are already looking at you and turn them into real leads and calls by building trust. Okay. When this is done right, our clients see more booked calls, more leads, more walk-ins, and more appointments. And that adds up to real revenue. Okay. So who is this for? It's for any business with a Google business profile. And if you're tired of SEO not working or you're paying too much for ads and getting crappy leads, if you want to get the most quality leads and dominate Google Maps, let me know in the chat. I think we all do, right? We all want more business. That's why we're in business. Okay. So I will definitely assume that that's something that we're all here for. Okay. Well, we have one more person. Here we go. All right. Hi, Paula. Welcome. All right. So, quick word on who I am. So, why I take this seriously. So I am Sharon Rice. I am a wife and mom first, and I am an Army Reserve veteran. And before this, I spent over a decade in manufacturing quality control. So that's the lens I bring to your Google business profile. I am trained to find the small things that are quietly costing you and fix them so they stay fixed. That's my job. Okay. So, and nowadays I run marketing. I'm an entrepreneur and I run our agency, which is uh, so Google Business Profile Management is one of the things that I do specialize in. Okay. So before optimizing their profile, this one of these local businesses was stuck averaging around $1,500 a month in sales, even though they had a Google Business Profile and showed up on maps. So they were getting views, but not the trust, the clicks, or the customers. So here's what they did and didn't do. No ads, no website rebuild, and no bloated SEO package. They fully optimized and actively managed their Google profile, treating it like a conversation-focused landing page instead of a set and forget listing. So within 2 to 3 months, monthly revenue climbed to 25,000. They kept refining it and building trust signals, and by the end of this, they were doing consistently 50,000 in revenue. Okay. As the optimization keeps compounding, they keep going up. Okay, so eventually they hit about $250,000. All right, and here's what's worth noting: they didn't spend money on ads or website optimization or local domination SEO package. Okay, just a fully optimized, properly managed profile. It doesn't have to be 250K. For some of you, an extra $30,000 a month would change everything for you. And for others, even an extra 10,000 a month creates real breathing room. And that's the point. Profile management isn't a nice to have. It's one of the highest return moves a local business can make. And most aren't using it effectively. Okay. If this makes sense to you, let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. And if I'm talking too fast, let me know that too. Let's start with the big first thing that I want to leave with you today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. And despite what you've heard, and despite what a lot of SEO agencies will tell you, you do not need to rank number one or even like number two to get more customers from Google Maps. All right, let me show you why. If you remember nothing else, remember these three things. Your Google profile is the most important online asset that you own, more important than your website. 95% of your past and future customers checked your profile before they decide to do business with you. And your profile is your number one ranking factor on Google Maps, period. Okay. If it's not optimized and if you're not engaging with it every week, you're close to invisible to 9 out of 10 people that search for what you do, and you might not even realize it. When you fix it the right way, and stay active, the opposite happens. Google starts moving you up in maps. Calls go up and reviews build on each other. By the end of today, you'll see exactly why this profile is the most valuable piece of digital real estate your business owns. So, why is this happening? Google is getting greedy with its own traffic. They would rather not send people to your website if they don't have to. To understand why, go back to the start. When Google launched in 1998, they had a clear mission: organize global information and make it universally accessible and useful for everyone. So we all recognize this if you've been around a while, okay? 11 years ago or so, Google search was simple, okay? You had a few blue links and a few ads, and the first thing you saw after those few ads was your SEO optimized websites, okay? That has changed in a big way, and Google has steadily pushed down organic results in favor of paid ads and what we now call zero-click search, okay? Something else shifted the game. Back in 2020, COVID changed how people search for services. Okay. Almost overnight, more people than ever started turning to Google to find local businesses, and that habit never went away. I do it too. Today, 82% of all purchases start with a Google search. And the near me searches, the local traffic, okay, exploded by 500%. Okay. I just did this last week. I searched appliance repair near me because I had an issue with my washer and I had to get it fixed, okay? So it happens all the time, okay? 46% of all Google searches are local. 74% of local searches purchase within 24 hours. So they are actively searching for you, right? 65% of all Google searches now end without a click. So we touched on this earlier, okay? The zero-click search. What is it? A zero-click search occurs when a user's search query is answered directly on the search engine results page, or SERP, without needing to click on a link. When Google displays the answer or a snippet right on the page. Okay? Zero-click search was not an accident. Google has been building towards this for over a decade and started it back in 2015 with the Map Pack. Okay? And continuing to accelerate this with AI mode. We'll touch on that later as well. All right. Google's intent has always been to offer users as much value as possible directly within their search results. So now, with your Google profile, people don't even need to click on your website anymore to call you or message you or ask you questions or post reviews or find your offers and pricing or watch videos or read blog articles and updates. Okay, it is all right there in the local map. Okay. So Google knows it can only push ads so hard before people get annoyed. So instead, they've gotten very good at keeping you on the results page until you're ready to click, and at showing advertisers that people are sticking around, which keeps that ad money coming in. You've seen this everywhere, okay? Search the weather. You got the weather right here. I don't have to go to the Weather Channel's website or some other place to get this, right? It is right here when I Google it, okay? Now, you search a person's name, and you also get their information without ever having to leave search results. Now, I tried Googling myself and it did not work because there's way too many Sharon Rices out there. But just for the sake of argument, okay? Who is Jack Beanstalk? Here's your answer, okay? Right there. You don't have to go to any more websites to find him, okay? And that's the case with most searches, okay? All right. Now, it may not sound like a big deal at first, but the growth of no-click searches is real, and it is hitting local businesses on desktop. 60% of all Google searches end without anyone clicking through to a website. And here's the thing, 70% of searches now happen on mobile, not desktop. And on mobile, a full 75% of searches end in a zero-click search, okay? So, in 2026, what do search results look like? You got your paid ads at the top. In the middle, you got your map pack, your local pack, okay? This is your Google Business Profile. And way below that, that's your website SEO. Now, I'm not saying websites aren't important, but what I'm saying is that a Google profile that doesn't signal trust in your business is not going to help you, right? A website is going to show up below that. So you want to have both, okay? All right. Now, in 2025, Google changed search itself. They rolled out the next era of how people find information, which is AI search mode. Okay. The way customers find you is never going back to the way it was. Google launched AI search mode in June 2025. Usage is projected to grow 400% between 2026 and 2028. And by 2030, more than half of global searches are expected to run through AI search mode. So this isn't a someday thing. It's already here. Okay. So where does AI draw its information from? A lot of the stuff that you're seeing here, it's on your profile, right? So your Google Business Profile, the more you engage with that profile, the more your customers engage with it, the stronger the signals it sends, both to AI and to just local search results, okay? Your posts, your updates, your products, your services, your profile clicks, branded searches, direction requests, and your reviews, especially how often new ones come in. Photos, videos, all of that feeds what AI sees, okay? And all of that goes back to your Google Business Profile. Super, super important, okay? So the goal has shifted. It is no longer just about ranking in search. It is about being seen as a trusted, reliable part about how the internet answers questions, okay? Your Google Business Profile is a big part of how Google decides that. So the Google Business Profile has grown in prominence and how and when those listings show up in search. Everything we've covered comes back to one thing. Google is protective of its traffic. They'd rather not send people to your site unless they have to or unless you pay for it with ads. But people will always need to reach a local business at some point, and Google knows that. So instead of sending those people to your website, they built their own platform for customers to connect with businesses, one that Google owns. So before you start shaking your fist at Google, keep in mind, one, we need to play nice with Google, and you'll see why shortly. And two, your Google Business Profile actually brings in more customers than your website does on its own. Okay? Very, very important. Google is investing billions into the Google Business Profile to compete with Facebook business pages and TikTok. So, Google is still the most visited website in the world. But they were losing ad dollars to Facebook and TikTok because people would come to Google and then click away to find their answers by going to those websites. Now, Google realized they make more money by keeping people on Google. So, hence the Google Business Profile. Okay? And it can work in your favor in a big way if you know how to use it. Okay. Thanks to Amazon, we now live in a review economy. Okay. We pick products based on the reviews and where they rank, right? No, I do it too. I look for reviews on everything I buy. And we've been trained to do that. That exact thing with every business we consider. So up to 98% of customers read online reviews before making a buying decision, and that heavily influences whether your future customers choose you or your competitor. So, where's the most trusted place people go to for reviews? Whoop. Is it Yelp? I don't think it's Yelp. I don't think it's Angie's List. I don't remember the last time I went to Angie's List to find something. I don't know about you guys. Trustpilot? Sometimes. But not the biggest one. Not the first one you see. It's Google. Okay. And where do those reviews live? On your Google profile. So 90 to 98% of your future customers will look at your profile, not just for reviews, but for the trust factor. They want to see examples of your work, right? They want to see activity. They want to see that you care about your customers, that you're engaging regularly with them, okay? Super, super important. So we're going to touch on all that stuff, all right? That's the trust factor that you build with regular Google Business Profile Management, okay? So, first secret. There are 3 reasons why your future clients and customers are not buying from you right now. It's not price or luck. It is 3 specific and fixable things. So we'll walk through each one. Okay. Number 1, you're relying on passive lead flow. So a lot of our clients start out relying on passive lead flow, meaning word of mouth or referrals. Okay. And these are great. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Someone comes to you and says, hey, Bill told me you fixed his water leak, or Steve said you're the best med spa he's been to, or Mike said you did a great job remodeling his house. Okay. And they sign right up. But something happens after a while. Eventually, referrals dry up. And when they do, you might start to get a little desperate. That's usually when you sign up for a 30-page local SEO package, or, throw a bunch of money at ads, not realizing that what I just showed you about where that SEO package actually lands on the page. Remember, it's down here. It's below that map pack, okay? Even if you rank number 1 in SEO, you are showing in the bottom half of that page. So, SEO is good. Google profile, even better, all right? That's where 80% of those search results go, all right? So, reason number 2, if you're not adjusted to today's buyer mindset, that can hurt you as well. So, the best marketing companies in the world build everything around the buyer's journey. And that journey breaks into 3 stages. The first is the awareness stage, where they realize they have a problem, or they see your ad and they hear about you and they think, hey, I might actually need this, but they're not ready to buy yet, okay? Second is the consideration stage. Now they're actively looking for a solution. And the third is the decision stage. That's where they're actually going to land on your profile and say, yes, I want to buy from this person because they look like they know what they're doing, okay? The awareness stage, like I said, it happens when people first hear about you. Maybe you have some offline marketing, some networking, direct mail, print ads, business cards, signage, online, whatever. Email advertising even. And when they're considering you, then they go to Google to check you out, read your reviews, and decide whether or not they can trust you. And that's where 90 to 98% of people are going to go look at those reviews before deciding. And in that consideration and decision moment. This is exactly where they'll pick your competitor over you if your competitor's Google profile looks more trustworthy than yours. Okay. If that's making sense, let me know. And if I'm going too fast, let me know. Oh, I am so sorry, Eileen. SEO is search engine optimization. Okay. That has to do with how your actual business ranks on Google search. So at the bottom there where you saw those websites, let me see if I can go back. Where was it? There we go. So this website is ranking at the top of the search results after the ads and the map pack. That means they're SEO optimized. That means so that they're utilizing their keywords in a way that Google can find them. So when someone searches for a plumber in their location, right? And this plumber's website is really, really well optimized for keywords that someone might search when looking for their business. They're going to show up first. Okay. Does that make sense at all? Am I making sense? If you have any other questions, let me know. Okay. Hopefully I explained that okay. We'll talk a little bit. We can talk a little bit more about that as well. Thank you. Okay, good. Good, good. If anything else doesn't make sense, let me know. Okay. I think I left off here. All right, so reason number 3 why people may not be buying from you is if your call to action is a little weak. Okay, maybe in the presentation says it sucks. Okay, I'll try to be a little bit nicer, but basically your call to action needs to stand out. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, one of the biggest levers you could pull is making your offer sound better than just a commodity offer, a value-based offer that's clear why your service is better than your competitors. Okay, so here's an example. So this chiropractor here, he's got a call to action that says, here you go, schedule an appointment. Okay, now how can he make that offer sound better? Any ideas? Hey, schedule an appointment. You're going to get a free spinal exam. Maybe you'll get a free adjustment for your first appointment. You know, they're bringing you in with value, okay? That's a no-brainer offer. That's an offer that anybody would be silly to say no to, and that's what you want, okay? You want an offer that sounds silly to say no to. That's how you get new customers easily. All right, here's another example. So plumbing, LLC, you know, our fictional example, okay? Let's talk. Get in touch, okay? How about now? Now they've got a really cool offer, okay? They've got a super easy way to get in touch, and they've got a little limited time offer, okay? They've got a free service call with an estimate, right? So these are things that are going to make you stand out from your competitors when you offer value, okay, to get that customer in the door. Is this making sense to everybody? Let me know. Okay. So here we go. Also 10% off, right? So they're making it super, super easy for somebody that's coming in as a new customer to engage with them and become a customer. Okay. Thank you, Didi. Yes. Okay. Now, here's the second secret. Why is right now the best time than ever to get your Google Business Profile optimized? So if you have a Google Business Profile, you're already getting visitors, whether you realize it or not. The average profile gets around 1,009 searches per month, okay? But I would bet that you're not seeing 1,000 leads coming from it, right? So that gap is the opportunity. You could have the best website in the world. You could spend $5,000 on the design, okay? You could spend $2,000 a month on SEO plan to rank number 1, okay? You could be spending $200 per lead on Google Ads. But if Google is being protective of their traffic and 60% of people who search don't ever leave Google, then fewer and fewer people are actually going to see your website. Now, again, I said this before, I'm not knocking websites. You should still have a good website, okay? It's a trust signal and a place for people to find information. But your Google Business Profile is becoming a mini website of its own and the place where 90 to 98% of your future customers decide whether to choose you or your competitor, right? They're reading your reviews, they're watching your posts, they're seeing if they should trust you or not, okay? And that's the first thing they see before they ever land on your website. Okay. On the other hand, because of Google Business Profile, even a low quality website or no website at all can still bring in leads, okay? Here's a real example. We got Allstate Plumbing business. His profile ranks number 2 for a competitive keyword on maps. They barely get any website traffic, but with the leads coming in from their profile plus their other marketing, they went from 1.7 million to 4.1 million in a year. Okay. This law firm also gets very little website traffic, but ranks number 2 locally and does $2.7 million a year, mostly off the profile. Whoop, my bad. Okay, here we go. And so this last one here, this is a restaurant, okay? And they didn't do any advertising, but with their Google Business Profile and their reviews, they made $3 million in a year, okay? All from the Google Business Profile. That's the part to sit with, okay? These results came from their Google Business Profile after it was optimized and consistently maintained. Not a fancy website, from an active Google profile. So, if you're running any marketing online or offline, your Google Business Profile amplifies those results, often doubling or tripling your leads that you get from them. Like I said earlier, because of how your future customers buy, they're going to look you up. And when they do, they're going to land on your profile. So here's the reality. Your customers or your competitors are now dealing with the exact same thing. A few have discovered that the buyer's journey, I figured out the buyer's journey, excuse me, and are using their profile well. But most, and honestly around 99%, haven't figured that out yet. So as everyone markets and people go searching these profiles, our goal is simple, okay? They find you and you are the clear choice, okay? So as long as you're in business, you need a Google Business Profile if you want to be found. If that's making sense, let me know in the chat. True. Awesome. The third secret. Okay, thank you, Eileen. Okay, sorry. The third secret. So you don't need to rank number 1 on maps, okay, to get more leads than your competitors. People will choose the most trustworthy profile over a higher ranked one, okay? So I'm going to show you how this plays out. Okay, so if you're a consumer and you are looking for an electrician, looking at the reviews, looking at the responses, looking at, how much content they have on their site, this one has way more credibility on it, okay? They've got 341 reviews, okay? And they have a good website. They've got good traffic. And actually, I should have shown this too, but they had a lot more photos on their profile too. So this is an example that I physically looked up and put on here. Okay, so they had a lot of content. They had a lot of responses to the reviews. Okay, they were very active. Okay, this one not so much. They had a couple of reviews and they just let it sit. Okay, big difference, and that's the game changer that we're talking about. So we'll see if this actually plays. Okay. Yeah, so test it out on your own profile. Go into your account, make it look sharper, fill it with keywords you want to rank for, add good cover image, write posts, update your FAQs, build a simple landing page, add your website link and a book a call link, and then just engage with it twice a week. Minimum. Okay? Super, super important. Great way to rank up. Okay? I don't know why that just took a while to get through there. Okay, there we go. Okay. So it comes down to a 7-step optimization process. How to optimize your profile so it ranks higher consistently using things you may not have realized actually matter. Okay. So citations, geotagging your photos, schema, and most importantly, how much Google reviews drive your ranking. It's huge. So I'll walk you through it all shortly. Listing optimization, citations, reviews, maximize engagement, track your performance. And here we go. Now you got free leads. Okay. So here's our example, okay, of our business owner after he optimized his profile, okay, used our system, okay, engaging with it regularly and adding weekly articles, and basically less than a month later, he said, I don't know what happened, but I just made $17,000 in the last month. I'm not running any ads, so I know it's coming from my profile, okay. This guy, within 2 to 3 months, his monthly revenue jumped to 25,000. And again, um, this is an example we touched on before. Okay, his income continued to go up as he optimized his profile and continued to engage with it. Okay, so how did we do this? We just kept managing the profile and optimizing the engagement week after week, month after month. Okay, very, very important. The goal, again, is no longer to rank and search alone, but to be seen as a reliable part of the internet's knowledge base. Okay, that's what regular engagement does. So reviews are just one of those steps. And this is where a lot of businesses get it wrong. Okay. They think they just need more reviews or just 5 stars in rankings. Okay. That is true. 88% of customers make decisions based on a business's reviews, and customers are 70% more likely to come back to a business after they left a good review. But it goes a lot deeper than just ratings. Okay. Super, super important to distinguish that. Okay. You can have a 5 star rating, like that example I gave you earlier. Okay. They had a 5 star rating, but they only had 4 reviews and they were all years old. Okay. So that doesn't signal trust to me. It shows that, they grabbed a couple of reviews when they started their business and then just, never did it again. So I don't know if they're still credible. Okay. That's important. Okay. Reviews matter. And we handle reviews for every business we manage. It's already part of the profile management for no extra charges. Okay. Businesses with more frequent reviews start outranking their competitors. So, customers, again, are 3 times more likely to choose a business that responds to reviews. So, again, we're showing them that we're engaged, that we care about our customers, that we want to see good feedback. Okay. Google prioritizes businesses with consistent, high quality customer engagement. Okay. Very, very important. We also did things they'd never think of themselves, like giving their customers easy, ready to go review suggestions that they could copy and paste with the keywords baked in that help them rank higher on maps. So, important here too as well. When you get reviews from your customers, make sure they're using those keywords. So instead of a customer saying, hey, Didi did a great job. Great, but that doesn't tell Google anything, right? Or Eileen's awesome, you know? Awesome, but doesn't tell Google anything. But if they said, oh, so Didi, you're a physical therapist, right? You said, so Didi did, helped me feel better. She's a physical therapist, and she did my physical therapy, and now my knees feel a lot better, and whatever the case is, right? Get detailed reviews that use keywords that you want to rank for, because that helps Google see, oh, this person actually does the thing and they're good at it, right? Helps with review rankings. Very important. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, yeah. So keywords in the reviews. Very, very important. Easy but powerful. Add posts and special offers on your profile. Okay. You write little compelling little articles and posts right on your profile. It's kind of like a blog, which helps you rank with SEO, right? But on your profile, on your Google profile, with heavy emphasis on keywords that you need to rank for. So using all of those keywords in your posts helps you rank faster because, again, Google's looking for that consistency. All right. So you need to post at least once or twice a week, and ideally 4 or 5 times. That's how active you need to be on your profile because it's basically the new social media, okay? Mixing in seasonal promotions and announcements. We talked about your offers, right? Okay, so putting those out on Google where people are going to see those first, that helps boost engagement and more calls, more traffic, okay? Signals activity, signals credibility, signals trust to your consumer, okay? Now, it's not enough just to claim, verify, and optimize your profile once and then just chase reviews because, again, it's bigger than just reviews, okay? We're talking about your Google Business Profile signals. That's your optimization, your review signals. Your on-page signals is your website, your behavioral, your links, your citations. personalization, and social signals. All of this, almost all of this can somehow trace back to your Google profile. Okay. And Google looks for that consistency across different knowledge bases. All right. So it all factors in to your rankings. Okay. So over the years, these profile signals only get more important. And profile at the highest priority, top of that list. And reviews are a close second. So again, these are the top biggest ranking signals. But when you have all of these together, that's where the money is, right? Okay. So I remember thinking, like, wouldn't it be great if I could just go to my client's top competitors and the #1 ranked for the keywords and just ask them, hey, tell me exactly what you're doing to rank first and pull in all this revenue. Yeah, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But yeah, they just laugh me off, right? They would absolutely do that. So the next best thing, right? You can spy on your competitors and find out what they're doing to rank #1, what signals they're sending to Google to land in the top 3. It comes down to a handful of signals you fix on your profile. Your on-page signals, behavioral signals, review signals, citation, keywords, posting at the optimal time for visibility and engagement, okay? Oh, I was supposed to click through these as I said them. There we go. Is all this making sense to everybody? Am I going too fast? Let me know if I'm going too fast. Okay. So when we optimize our clients' profiles using the same top keywords that their competitors, okay, so citation signals are like, so for example, if you have a Google profile and you also have a listing on Home Advisor, right? And those both use the same keywords. Now you have consistency. So that citation means it's a backlink. It basically links back to your profile, but it also signals consistency of information. Okay, that's what that means. Make sense? No problem. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Okay. When we optimize our clients' profiles using the same top keywords for their competitors for ranking for, notice something interesting. Once a business hits the top of Google Maps, they usually stop working on their profile. They assume that they've won and they get comfortable. They stop posting and stop improving and stop optimizing. Okay. So you don't have to beat competitors by doing more of what they're already doing, but doing more of what they have stopped doing. So you go straight after those blind spots, okay? And that's where real growth comes in, all right? So once we actually do your Google Business Profile audit, I will show you that. I will actually pull up your competitors' profiles and show you what they're not doing. And that way you'll actually be able to see firsthand where your opportunities are, okay? So at the end of this, you'll get a link where you can actually book a call with me and we'll actually do that audit for you for free. Okay. So high value. I highly encourage you all to take advantage of that. Okay. It's not going to be free forever, but it's a benefit of this webinar. Okay. So I'll get off my soapbox on that one, but you're definitely going to get some good value out of that audit. Okay. So we'll show you what your competitors are doing and not doing. All right. Okay. Here we go. So this is an example of a geogrid. So if you don't know what a geogrid is, basically, if I'm standing on this location and I Google you, where are you going to show up? Number 20, number 9, number 11, or number 1, right? So if I'm wherever I'm standing on this map and I Google you, and here's you, right? What you want, obviously, is you want to be at the top of that or close to the top of that. But every little bit helps, okay? If you're number 10 and then you come in at number 6, yeah, you might not be in the top 3, but you probably just doubled your traffic, okay? You'll see what I mean, all right? Over a 5-month period with continual optimization, you're gonna see your rankings improve, all right? This is an example. This is actually a real example, okay? So more website clicks, more phone calls, more discovery searches, all of that, okay? In a 5-month period. So 70% of all leads go to the top 3. However, so yes, this is where 70% of the traffic goes. So that's your money slot. But again, look at this. Number 10, you're at 2%. And number 7, you're at 4%. So even if you move up from here to here, you just doubled your traffic. All right. So so don't get discouraged by thinking you have to be up here to see an increase in your business. You don't. Okay. This is super, super important. These statistics, like you will see an improvement. Okay. Number 8, if you're number 8 and you move up to number 6, you doubled your traffic. Okay. If you move from number 9 to number 5, you times it by 4. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. So the steady day in, day out trust signals that move your ranking up over time and eventually into the top 3 of the map pack in the case of our client. Okay. And around 70% of all clicks go to the top 3 spots. So again, when you increase your ranking, your revenue is going to follow. All right. So here we go. Once we figured out that this was really a huge opportunity, okay, started doing that for everybody. Okay. So that's why we're here. Those things, they do take time, as we all know. But if a couple of weeks go by, a couple months go by, and oh my gosh, I'm getting so many leads. My profile is generating more leads and customers organically. Okay. 30 days, I got more free leads from this system. Okay. This is a phenomenal product. It's easy to follow. Easiest money I've ever made in my life. Helped my business tremendously. Okay. These are all real people that optimized their profile using our system and showed increase in their business. Okay. So it does work. I promise you it does work. Okay. So we basically stumbled upon a way to turn a client's business into an actual, lead machine. I don't want to say machine, that's probably a bad word, but to use. But an influx of leads. Okay. So this is going to be huge for your business, for local businesses. Okay. Honestly, it looks like one of the biggest opportunities to grow a business that we've ever seen. All right. So here's another example. This is Mike here. He's the co-owner of Allstate Plumbing in Austin, Texas. And he's in a really competitive market for plumbing. And he went from paying about $200 a lead and barely keeping up to ranking towards the top of Google Maps, and took his sales from 1.7 million to 4 million. Okay. Here's another result. Monica, she said, you doubled my business in 90 days. Okay. Broke 100K in a single month for the first time ever. All right. She's a consultant. So what happened? She basically tripled her website clicks and her phone calls. Actually, her phone calls are like ×5. Okay. Here's another example. This is Dirk. He is an owner of a car wash in Houston, Texas. And within 90 days, he ranked number 2 on Google and added 200 new memberships, increasing his monthly revenue to $26,000. Okay. And this is in 90 days. So, and again, with organic traffic, the leads continue to come, because when you're paying for ads, you throw money at your ads and then you stop putting money on your ads. There go the leads as well. But when you are consistently building that organic traffic, those leads continue to come because you are still ranking on Google Maps. Okay. So that's the difference between this and ads. Okay. So these guys didn't spend a single penny on paid ads or hiring expensive SEO agencies or doing the work themselves. Okay. This is your journey to adding 30K per month or doubling and tripling your leads and revenue with Google Business Profile. Now, once you know what to fix and how to fix it, and you engage with your profile regularly, this is what happens. Okay. Your revenue starts climbing right alongside your presence on Google Maps. Okay. So, how do you take what I've shared with you today and apply it to your business? $1 million question. Without going out and trying to figure it all out on your own, okay? Going from idea to execution. So if it's okay with you, I will share you the fastest path to getting where you want to go with your profile, all right? So, how would you like to step into your business and for me to step into your business and show you exactly what's holding your Google business profile back? I will tell you what to fix and how to fix it and turn your Google profile into your #1 source of quality leads. Okay. So this is the audit. Okay. So I touched on that earlier. I really believe this is a new approach, not just to growing your Google profile, but the marketing, positioning, and selling behind it. And it changes how local businesses get leads and sales online. Okay. It lets you be the trustworthy go-to choice over competitors who rank higher than you and grow your business in a way that you haven't been able to before. I would bet that if you let me put this to work in your business, it could add 30K or more in 90 days to your revenue. Okay. Now, of course, that depends on your customer value, but you're going to get more customers. Okay. You're going to get more business if you implement this. And that I can tell you will happen. So, what I would like to offer you today is only available today for people that are on this webinar. All right. We're going to do an in-depth audit of your Google business profile for completely free. I'm going to tell you exactly what to optimize, fix, and manage while finding missed opportunity your business is leaving on the table. So an audit like this, I definitely would normally charge for, but because you're live with me and you stuck around to the end, you are clearly serious about growing your business, okay? So I'm going to reward you for that. And on this workshop only, it's completely free. So let me break down exactly what I'm going to do for you. So I'm going to do keyword research. I'm going to find what's the most uh, common keywords that people are searching in your local area, okay? And then I'm going to do a GeoGrid audit, which basically looks like this, where you're going to see how you rank for those keywords that are relevant to your business. Okay. And you're going to get a score. Okay. And we're going to go through in depth what needs to be fixed and updated. Okay. You're going to get an in-depth comprehensive breakdown. Okay. Then we're going to look at your GeoGrid. You're going to look at your keywords. We're going to look at your GeoGrid. Okay. And then we're going to basically look at 135 touch points across your city. And we're going to tell you exactly what your competitors are doing. Okay. And what you can do to overtake your competitors. Okay. All right. So basically what I'm going to do is hand you a custom tailored plan to show you exactly what to do to increase your rankings in Google Business Profile. Okay. And think of it like you're going to visit a doctor. Okay. You're not going to operate on yourself until you have your doctor run your tests, diagnose the problem, and walk you through how to fix it. Okay, that's exactly what we're going to do here. So there's no guessing, and there's no luck, and there's no, oh, well, just throw this spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks. Okay, you're going to walk away from this audit knowing exactly what you need to do. Okay, and whether that looks like us working together or not, you're still going to know. You're still going to walk away with a lot of value. Okay, so with that. It's only available live with me, completely free. I can only offer it to a limited number of people, okay? So, once I drop the link in the chat, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now, and all you got to do is hit up that link and schedule a call, okay? So your link is in the chat right now. And basically, like I said, we're going to do an audit. I want to allow about 48 hours just to make sure that I have enough time to get through them all and make sure that I give you enough personalized attention in that audit. Okay. So the first call that you're going to book is basically a discovery call where I'm going to ask you a few questions about your business and kind of get a feel for what keywords you want to rank for, how your business is looking right now, what your goals are, things like that. That's going to help me tailor the audit to you specifically. And then from there, we'll actually go over your audit in a one-on-one call. Okay. So that one's going to be the more in-depth call where we'll actually I'm going to go away, do the audit, come back with your results and what we can do to help you if you choose to go that route. Okay. So one of two things will happen after we do this audit. Okay. You're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, this is great. Thanks for the information, and I would love for you to help me take this off my plate." Okay, I don't have time to do this, but I can see the value in it, and then we can talk about that. Okay, or number two, you implement what's in the playbook yourself, or you hand it off to a team member, and we'll tell you how to fix it and what needs fixed, and no hard feelings. Okay, we part ways, and you walk away with a lot of value. Okay, but whichever outcome comes from this, just promise me one thing. You're going to do something. Okay. You want to grow your business. I want to help you grow your business. Okay. Whether that's me or not, great. But come away from this and do something. Okay. And I am so looking forward to speaking with each of you on calls with you specifically and actually learning about your business and helping you to drive value to your business. Okay. Now, this wraps up my presentation. You guys all have the link, but I want to give you guys some time to ask some questions. So if you're still around and you have a couple minutes and you have questions, please ask away, ask away. And other than that, I'll see you on a call. Um, who has questions? Who would like to chat? Feel free. Anybody? I know you guys have questions. Okay. Yeah, Jeffrey, you're starting up. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's great. We still work with startups, it's just a matter of, getting getting reviews, you'll be able to get them a little bit faster. Yeah. Paula, yes. So I have software that I use. I use uh what do you call it? Local Dominator for the GeoGrid. I use UberSuggest for the keyword research, and then Plepper.com for the competitor analysis. Um, oh, you want me to send my email, Eileen? Is that what you want? My email address? Okay, yep, got you. I'm sending it right now. And here's the link again for the actual scheduling link for anybody that wants to schedule a call. Okay. Yes, Dee Dee. So I can do a subscription, yes, but it's not a contract. So if you just want me to optimize your profile and hand it back off to you, I can do that too. We can discuss that, your specific needs on our call. So um, yeah, just I would highly encourage you if you have any reservations, you can still book a call. There's no obligation to actually even do the audit. The first one is just a discovery call where we discuss your business, and then after that is when I actually do the audit, and then we'll come back and talk through it. So, does that answer your question, Dee Dee? Hopefully that helps. You said your wife's business profile is frozen. Is it suspended? Is that what you mean? Suspended? Okay, great, Dee Dee. Good. Okay, so your profile is suspended. So you can appeal that to Google. Now there are a couple of reasons why that can happen. Um, for example, like if you are an e-commerce business, you're actually not eligible to have a Google business profile because you are online only. You're not local. Okay. Now, if you are, and maybe your categories, your business category is mischaracterized or something like that, that can be a reason. Um, so yeah, go ahead and get on a call with me too, and I will try to diagnose that a little bit more. Um, so I can talk to you specifically. There, like I said, there's a few reasons for that. I've actually had it happen before. Um, so if you work remotely, you can, but it's um I'm sorry, Eileen. Health talks? What do you mean? What do you mean by health talks? Did you get an audit from someone else on your profile? Or Jeffrey, so if you have a physical location, you can have a profile. Ah, okay. So in a situation like that, what you can do is you can make it a service area. So I know there's a lot of people that do that. Like if you run a plumbing business out of your house, for example, um, and you don't want to put your address on Google, you can hide your address and make it a service area. Um, Google may verify that though. But you can't, it's possible. It's possible. So, worth a deeper discussion. If you want to go ahead and book in, I'll talk to you specifically about that one. Um, so Eileen, are you saying you did optimize your profile and nothing happened? Or I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Oh, okay, I see. Um, and you were consistently posting and you were using keywords and you were putting photos out there and okay, okay. Interesting. Interesting. And how long did you do that for? Because sometimes this stuff takes time. If you do it for 2 weeks and then you're not ranking, several months, okay. So that's interesting. I would encourage you to book in, book a call because when I do my audit, I'll be able to see what happened because I can look back into your posting history, your photo history, your reviews, and kind of get an idea of uh, what's going on in your profile. So hopefully I can help you out. There may be something that somebody was doing or didn't do, or maybe some best practices that I can help you with. Um, for sure. Uh, Paula, what do you got? I'm sorry. You said I went too fast. What did I miss? Paula, sorry about that. I talk fast sometimes. What did I miss on your question? Oh, okay. So, are you trying to just go and do the audit yourself? I mean, that's whatever. Um, okay. Yeah, so it's called Uber Suggest is the keyword. Um, Uber Suggest is the keyword research tool. And it's pretty reputable. You can look it up. It's pretty reputable. There's a few of them out there. I know SEMrush is a really big one. It's very, very expensive. I don't pay for SEMrush. So Uber Suggest is a really good tool. And then Local Dominator is the GeoGrid tool that I use. And then plepper.com, plepper.com is the one where you can actually get really granular with posting frequency, review frequency, responses. It shows you basically under the hood of your profile and your competitors' profiles. Okay. Um, what other questions do you have? Was that better? Did you get all that this time? Sorry, I went too fast on the first time. You good? Okay. What else? What else do you guys have? Okay, Paula, awesome. I'm looking forward to talking with you. That's awesome. Very good. Very good. That'll be great. Looking forward to meeting you. Okay, perfect. What else, you guys? If nobody else has anything, I'll sign off, but if you have more questions, fire them away. I'm here. I know we're a little bit past our time, but um you're welcome, Eileen. No problem. Jeffrey, the audit's free, okay? After that, we'll talk. Okay? Thank you, Eileen. I'm glad you got some value out of that. I'm glad. See, it's so it varies, it's SEO and keyword optimization, it depends on the competition in your area. It's hard for me to say like I personally, I can't necessarily promise results in a certain period of time. What I would say is that you definitely should see something going in the right direction by 60 days. Um, but again, your competition in your area, if you have a ton of competition, it may be an uphill battle. It may take longer. It may take less. You know, some of these case studies, they happen fast. Others it might take a few months. But it will happen. You continue to um, do things consistently. You'll see results. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No problem. C. Yeah. Definitely. You wouldn't start optimizing your profile and expect results in a week. Definitely not. If you want that, you need to pay for ads. But there's there's something to be said for kind of stacking those services, right? Like, so say you want immediate leads and you want to pay for ads for the first, couple months while you optimize your profile, and then you start to see more organic traffic coming in. Okay, now you can evaluate whether you can start to reduce your ad spend. Um, but it's not immediate. Organic traffic's not immediate. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, happy 4th of July to you too. Okay, great, great. Looking forward to meeting you. Awesome. Anybody else? Thanks, Eileen. I appreciate it. Looking forward to meeting you. Woohoo! All right. Yep. You too, Paula. You too, Paula. Thank you so much for being here. Excited to meet you. We're gonna have a good time. Anybody else? All right. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.